Hi everyone, this is meowmurai. Let's check out Homeworld 3 running on PC. Alright, I've never played the other Homeworld games. I've heard a lot about them, but obviously it's been a number of years since a Homeworld game has been released. Certainly one in the a numbered game in the series. So I know a lot of people are excited about it. I personally do like RTS games. I don't really cover a whole lot of them on the channel because quite frankly, they're a bit of a dinosaur of a genre, just like shmups that I like. And there's not a whole lot of releases of them for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because of the genre popularity or just the lucrativeness of making a some sort of FPS or TPS. But at any rate, it's kind of nice to see something that is not necessarily part of the industry trend. All right, these are my settings. I'm going to leave these as they are. Or actually, I did make some adjustments to these when I ran the benchmark tool. I think the audio is probably fine. Modern is good for our experience. Okay, we got some of the quality of life options. Oh, the FOV is only 45, huh? Well, let's see what the default's like. Alright, let's go with a tutorial. Obviously, I'm not going to know how to play this game through osmosis. I'll need a little bit more help than that.
Training will begin with reviewing and testing fleet functionality necessary for future missions.
Okay. What am I doing? New objective. Complete objectives
Mission
to advance
goals
through.
are expressed as objectives. Missions may require multiple objectives to be accomplished, either linearly or concurrently. Situational awareness is key for control over the battle.
See, that's part of the bad thing about PC gaming. It's like, why the hell do those text boxes need to be so damn small? Camera look. Yeah, I think I'm fine.
Practice rotating your view. Rotate your view to get a better angle of the mission.
Look at this. How tiny this text is. Seriously?
Now rotate to look at the asteroid bay.
There we go.
And now rotate your
I feel like I'm playing Halo.
friendly carrier.
Do you know how to move your
Next is
camera?
moving your view. Attempt this now.
Modern camera movement. Use the WASD. Or? Okay, well, just basically WASD. Move the camera.
Move your view to closely view the nearby asteroid bay.
Asteroid bay.
Finally, adjust the height of your view to gain or reduce elevation in the mission area.
Move the camera vertically. Oh, Q is... Yeah, I mean, that's interesting.
Attempt to gain a close view of the Allied carrier above now.
Camera zoom. Use the mouse wheel. Mouse wheel will zoom the camera forward and backward if in orbit mode. Pressing both right mouse button and left mouse button while moving the mouse up or down will also zoom the camera in and out. For anybody that doesn't have a mouse wheel on their mouse, is there anybody like that in the world? If using modern camera controls, the zoom input will translate to the camera forward and backward infinitely. If using legacy camera controls, the zoom has a maximum and minimum distance relative to the focus point. Makes sense.
The zoom command can accomplish the same task, albeit more easily. Try this now.
Whoop. Whoa, okay, wow. Really into that.
At any time, the mothership can be quickly returned to via a dedicated command. Try this now.
There are a few built-in shortcuts to quickly select important units. Tilde to select every unit. Home to cycle the camera between all production-capable units. F1 to select a valid production unit preferring the mothership. F4 to select all military units in the fleet. F5 to select every strike craft in the fleet. F6 to select every corvette in the fleet. F7 to select every frigate. F8 to select every capital unit. And tilde to select every unit. Didn't they already cover tilde? Oh, whatever. Control and dot to select every resource controller in the fleet. Yes, I'm going to remember all these. And sometimes I don't even remember to put my socks on. Yeah, you want me to remember all this? Hell no, I'm not gonna remember this. Okay, so how do we get back to the mothership? F1. Oh, kind of a weird.
Attention.
Pressing space or clicking on buttons at the lower center of the HUD will toggle the sensor manager view. Sensor Manager View is a streamlined visualization of the area of operations. Surface details are simplified, color gamut is restricted, and all units are viewed as class icons. This provides a broad overview of the entire area, allowing macro decisions to be made easily.
The Sensors Manager is critical for quickly surveying the entire mission area all at once. Good. The direction of critical positions in the mission area will be shown on the Sensors gyro.
The directional gyro is the spherical display located at the lower center of the screen. Important locations or objects are indicated via arrows that appear on the surface of the directional gyro sphere. As the camera moves and rotates, the sphere and arrows remain locked to the environment's orientation. There are 3 types of indicator arrows. Combat indicators are red by default and point towards a combat zone. Combat zones are where your units or allied units have engaged hostile units. Objective markers are yellow by default and point towards any active objective marker. The flagship indicator is green by default and points towards the flagship of the current fleet. This is often the mothership.
The first marker shows the direction of the mothership. This second marker points towards objectives and related points of interest. Finally, the last marker indicates the direction of any combat events currently underway. The Sensors Manager allows you to see the positions of the fleet, as well as their line of sight. Orders can also be issued from this view. All units have a sensor's range. Their effective sighting radius as a sphere around them. Units outside this range are usually undetectable, and these areas are the dark fields of the Sensors Manager. All units have differing sensors range. Spreading ships out, or building units that specialize in high sensor range, can provide crucial information on enemy positions. Resources are highlighted with triangular points of interest. At any time, a tactical pause can be issued. Use this to your advantage to plan or issue orders under high stress or time-critical situations.
The tactical pause system allows the gameplay speed to be adjusted or virtually paused at any time during gameplay. All actions are still available, including selecting units, issuing orders, and queuing production. Toggling between the current gameplay speed and virtually pause, press P. All the way to the other end of the keyboard, thanks. To adjust the speed of the gameplay, use P plus the mouse wheel to increase or decrease the speed. Speed is adjusted in 25% increments. Okay.
Initiate and then cancel a tactical pause now. Note that while paused, units cannot react to orders. Likewise, objectives cannot be completed. Operation speed can be reduced by intervals of 25% using the dedicated command. Try this now. Before beginning operations, we will focus on the mothership.
Press the mouse button or F to focus the camera on the selected objects. Focusing on an already focused object brings the camera in closer. Alternatively, Alt plus left mouse button on the object to focus the camera on without changing the current selection. Performing this action on terrain moves the camera to the terrain.
This can be done with a dedicated command to enter a focused view. Try this now. When ships have been focused on, your view will be set to orbit around the subject. Attempt to orbit your view around the mothership with it in focus. Your view can also be zoomed in and out from the subject. Try this now.
Zoom in.
Now for commands. All unit operations begin by designating a unit to issue orders to.
To manually select a unit, either left mouse button directly on the unit or its tactical class icon, or press and hold left mouse button and drag the cursor to create a box. When left mouse button is released, any units inside the bounds of the box will become selected. Press and hold Shift when selecting a unit to add it to the current selection instead of replacing the current selection. Oh, okay. Double click left mouse button on a unit to select all on-screen units of that type. Control plus left mouse button on a unit will also select all of that type. Okay. Double clicks or left click or control clicks.
Operations.
Not all ships are combat vessels, but each class of ship has a unique role, function, and set of abilities.
Yeah, the narrator really is good.
Slow but well-armored shipyard, capable of fending off rudimentary threats on its own. The resource control
Actually, the soundtrack is really good too.
is used to harvest resource units, RUs, primarily from resource patches found in asteroids or structural debris.
Harvesting resources to produce additional units for the fleet or research new technology to enhance the existing fleet. Resources are acquired. Resources can be found in asteroids, in containers, or on the surface of ancient megalithic structures. To harvest resources, select a resource controller, then click on or press the hotkey of the resource ability button to have the resource controller automatically search for and harvest resources. Alternatively, select a resource controller and tap right mouse button on a harvestable object to begin resourcing that specified object. Okay, so Command and Conquer style.
Additional resource controllers allow the collection of RUs from multiple resource sites at the same time. With the resource controller selected, begin a resource operation.
What are my resources?
Heading there now. These RUs will be used in further ship production and research. Resource controllers are unarmed and should be protected. While very vulnerable, they have several additional uses, including recovering mission vital objectives in the AO, and in some circumstances, even capturing enemy ships. Growing the fleet is essential for every operation.
Some units and their abilities require research before they can be produced or used. Research can be done via the Build Management panel. Hovering the cursor over an entry will display research prerequisites, if any. Press B or click the Build and Research button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen to access the Build and Research Management panel. Pressing B multiple times will cycle between production-capable units if there is more than one available in the fleet. If there's only one, pressing B will toggle the panel on and off. Pressing Control and B to directly toggle the panel on and off regardless of the number of production units available. Okay.
Open the Build and Research command interface to begin unit production.
B.
In some instances, technology must be researched before production can begin. Recon strike craft are now available. Research in order to produce a small contingent of ships for the fleet.
Oh man, this is going to be like hours and hours of play, isn't it? What am I getting myself into?
Initiate docking.
Research.
Now that the technology is available, the fleet can be reinforced.
Produce units to grow the fleet to improve the ability to respond to the type and scope of engagements. Press B or click on the Build and Research button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen to access the Build and Research Management panel. Press B multiple times. Will cycle between production-capable units if there is more than one available in the fleet. If there's only one, pressing B will toggle the panel on and off. Press Control B to directly toggle the panel on and off. Okay, so that's universal control for panels. Left mouse button on an entry to either begin research or production of a unit. Shift and left mouse button to queue a batch of units simultaneously. Okay, again, very Command and Conquer-ish. I think that's mouse button to pause research or production of an in-progress item. Right mouse button to an entry to cancel research or production of an in-progress item. Shift and right mouse button to cancel a batch of units simultaneously. I'm not going to remember all this. Unit categories can be expanded or collapsed by clicking on them. The active production unit can be changed using the arrows or the drop-down menu. Clicking on the unit portrait will select the active production unit. Double-clicking will focus the active production unit.
Motherships and carriers specialize in unit production. Larger or more powerful ships take longer to build, as well as more resources. If the fleet runs out of resources, production will stall during its creation.
Okay, so shift. Kind of weird having a full 3D backdrop, but you can toggle the camera to be slightly more 2D.
We'll need a contingent of recon strike craft.
Okay, so there's my units all lined up.
Recon production complete.
Military units can be selected for orders like non-military ones, but all military units can be selected at once through the dedicated command. Try this now.
Select all military units with the dedicated command. So F4 for all military units.
Move the contingent of recon ships to the marked point to scout beyond our position.
To issue a movement order, select at least one unit capable of moving, then tap the right mouse button on a surface to issue the movement order to that location. Alternatively, click on or press the hotkey of the movement ability button, or press the right mouse button in an empty space to activate the movement disk. With the movement disk active, move the mouse to indicate how far the unit should move, then press and hold the left mouse button and drag the mouse to adjust the height of the destination. Then tap left mouse button to issue the movement order. To cancel the movement order and deactivate the movement disk, press escape or right mouse button.
Our units can take advantage of terrain as a shield against oncoming threats. During combat, pilots will attempt to take advantage of whatever cover is nearby, but giving them path directions that take advantage of cover can be paramount to mission success.
Okay, put on a soldier object.
Vector set, en route.
Confirming target vector.
Units can also be directed to positions out in open space.
Press V or right mouse button on an empty space to activate the movement disk. Okay, I move the cursor away from the selected units and press left mouse button to issue a movement. Oh, I see. Okay, so then I want to go here.
We're on the move.
Well, sort of.
Move the recon strike craft to the designated location. Go for recon. Ready to
Copy. Recon. Move complete.
I don't know where the heck did I click them to? Jetting off over here.
Location is in open space beyond the nearby asteroid bay.
Coordinates locked in.
Attention. Hostile presence detected ahead.
To attack one or more hostile targets, select a unit capable of attacking, then press and hold Control and left mouse button and drag the mouse to create an attack bounding box. Then release to attack any targets inside the bounds of the box. Alternatively, select a unit capable of attacking, then tap the right mouse button on a hostile target to attack that target. Press the attack hotkey, then tap left mouse button on terrain to attack move to that location. After defeating enemies in their path, units will carry on to the assigned location.
Direct our units to engage the hostile presence.
Okay, so then select our units and then attack. Yeah, boy, it's gonna take more than a little getting used to. Press and hold Control and right mouse button to drag any attack targets within the bound box area of the unit selected. This allows for faster, more general attack orders.
EMC is freezing up. Give me a second.
Lock it up.
Those two little ships are kicking my ass. Look at this. Let's hire them. Oh my god.
Adjust lead. Target is shifting. Scratch one. Copy. We're clear of firing lanes.
Lock
Oh,
is
you can really get in there too.
Position secured. Ship behavior can also be controlled through formations and stances.
Formations organize units into certain shapes or arrangements. Certain formations may be more or less beneficial depending on the task being carried out by the units in formation. To put units into formation, first select at least 2 units, then either left mouse button on the formation button in the selection panel to cycle between available formations, or right mouse button on the formation button to bring up a direct selection menu of possible formations. Then left mouse button on one of the icons. With at least 2 units, press backslash to cycle through all available formations. Oh, backslash? What the heck? Okay, I may accidentally hit pause many times doing that.
Start menu formation.
Copy, fleet. Just keep us out of sight, okay?
Copy. Formations change how ships align themselves in relation to one another. Formations can affect grouping, ability to focus fire damage, and even vulnerability to certain weapon types. In addition to placing units in formation, behavior can be fine-tuned through stances.
Stances affect how units behave, particularly when in formation. To change a unit's stance, first select at least 1 unit, then either left mouse button on the stance button in the selection panel to cycle between the 3 stances, or right mouse button on the stance button to bring up a direct selection menu of possible stances, then left mouse button on one of the icons. Stances can be cycled with left or right square bracket. Left or right square bracket. Okay, wow. Boy, I'm glad they give you context-sensitive menus.
Stance influences many factors, including unit formations, attack patterns, and cover usage.
Oh, they're symbols. Huh, interesting.
Confirm.
Tiny symbols.
ROE.
Press and hold Control and left button to drag any attack targets. All of you guys. Snap to it.
Reactor breach. We're not. Standing by.
Target is listing. Coming around on new attack vector. Target zeroed. Watch for support fire. Lead into it. Firing.
Of course, normally I wouldn't watch the battle unfold, but it's kind of nice that you can do it if you want.
Interceptor strike craft to you now. Your ships have suffered casualties. Replace and reinforce the fleet as resources become available. Units can be quickly repaired by sending them to dock with either the mothership or a carrier. Dock with the carrier now.
Receiving.
You are a go on escort.
Strike craft for crevet selected. Press dock, the dock unit ability button to have units dock and repair the nearest unit within a hold. Okay. Well, I think the ones that were actually damaged were.
Go.
Ready to copy.
Recon production complete.
Send message.
Oh, there we go. There's an actual icon which is blinking.
As mentioned prior, carriers can also build units. Switch to the newly transferred carrier in the build menu to begin unit production from it. To bolster our fleet, build additional interceptors from the carrier now.
Okay, we're gonna build interceptors. Or one interceptor. Are my units still farming out here?
Research complete.
Switch between the units here. Oh, I see.
Carrier comms open.
So we can go here and then build stuff. Or we can switch this way and build stuff. Okay, got it.
While carriers can't build capital ships, they're more mobile than the mothership and can quickly reposition themselves across a battlefield.
Okay, got my interceptors.
Interceptor production complete.
Bolstering unit numbers is only one way to reinforce the fleet. New abilities for units can also be researched, which will give units extra utility or an edge in battle. Begin researching the ability upgrade for interceptors.
Okay, build and research. What do I want me to do? Research recons? Do I need to do that? I already know what a recon.
Recon production complete.
Research interceptor unit's ability. Oh, upgrade. Should probably listen to instructions. He'll be like the worst fleet commander in the history of the universe. So far, staying at its 120 frames. I'm assuming that changes when the battles get a little bit more heated.
Upgrade
Once researched, the technology is made available for all units it applies to. Most units will not use their abilities automatically and must receive direct orders. With good timing, this can turn the tide of an operation. Test the newly researched ability now.
Activate their overcharge.
Send transmission.
Good. The ability will be active for a short period of time before going on cooldown. Using unit abilities frequently will give you an advantage in battle. The next location will allow units to take advantage of the tunnel to navigate, shielding them in the event of oncoming fire. Direct the contingent to the target position.
Move them to the tunnel.
Coming around.
Whoop.
Adjusting for cap. Active's going hot.
Yeah, boy, it's different moving in full 3D. I'm so used to playing just 2D RTS games.
Fleet. Interceptor lead. In position and standing by. Received.
What's the destination? Oh, outside of here? Okay.
Vector set.
Cap confirmed. Location secured. No hostiles detected. Move the contingent of recon ships to the designated area above to gain cover and a vantage point.
Press V or right mouse button on an empty space to activate the movement disc.
Green line confirmed.
Okay, or we can use the menus here.
Position 2. Move complete. Interceptor holding.
Okay, where do we want to move you?
Move the strike craft to the new location.
Copy. On our way.
Sweeps to full. Fleet net stable.
Move complete. Understood. Moving now.
Painting targets on site. Fangs out. The new location is located above our present locale. Hostiles are intercepting a friendly carrier. We must provide aid. Attack the enemies now.
We're inbound.
Call signs attack set. Let's keep it together.
Oh, Seems like I might need more of these interceptors.
Watch your break.
It's interesting how they attack, where they just fly past a target, then circle around.
Initiate combat with the enemy. Copy. Pushing through.
We got it on lock.
Nope. Oh, I gotta destroy my.
Get ready for
Well, it's 4 less paychecks I have to dish out.
Target destroyed. The combat effectiveness of an engagement force is often directly proportional to its ship composition, size, and ability to focus fire on an enemy. Cannon fire and missiles travel through real space and will collide with obstacles. Positioning ships behind large objects or behind other larger ships, such as the mothership, can significantly blunt the effect of certain enemy assaults.
clean kill.
It seems like I need more units.
Have good range. Watch the cross.
Mothership.
Go with message. Good luck coming around. Lead into it.
I just have my one interceptor left. Pew-pewing the base.
Hold steady. Ready. Go for interceptor. Moving to intercept.
Target spec set. Stay loose and watch the counter.
Systems go. Send.
I think these are all interceptors.
Receiving.
Sustaining critical damage. Maintain track. Don't lose it.
Range confirmed.
Reactor.
Check in attack range. Engaging.
Target 0. Watch for support fire.
Transmission.
Adjusting lead marker. Line him up.
Line 'em up. Tracking's in and out. Going manual. Leading them in. Take the shot.
It's pulling out of scope. Send transmission.
Check confirmed.
Frigate locked.
Fire at
Rolling
will.
in.
Target down.
Scratch a frigate.
I've got tracking there.
Controller on location.
Fire!
Lining up for a run. Call the lead.
Combat operation successful. Target destroyed. We have now practiced all the techniques necessary for our main operations. You may exit basic combat training, or remain for instructions on more advanced operations.
Advanced tutorial. I guess we can probably come back to it. Alright, well, 40 minutes just for the tutorial. I mean, it makes sense. There's a lot of controls in this. Let's get through the opening parts of the game, and then we're going to have to switch to the next game. Hi. Are you visiting the barber? I know a good one. In Stellar Blade.
I will be bound into the Carcassion, merged with the ship in both body and mine.
Seemed like a bad idea.
Will I even still be me after the procedure? I don't know.
My boards match. I concur. Launch enabled. Power is internal.
There is no more time for training. No more time for preparation. We've been ordered to launch. My entire life has been study, analysis, planning. Today, the galaxy is burning. My name is Imogen Sajet. I am Fleet Command.
Nice little intro.
Standing by to begin calibration. The Karkushan is on station. Fleet control systems loadout commencing now. Sensors. Control. Objectives. Resource. Build and research. Launch. Selection. Command.
Fleet intelligence online. Status report.
High-end operations looking better, but I have half-dozen software constructs going into chaos spirals. Give me 5 minutes to clamp down the logic loops.
Would be better in 2, Command. Are we mission capable?
Sorry, Intel, but I've got reds and resourcing systems right now. There's nothing to check flow with. We need to harvest something, anything.
How is that just coming up now?
I'm doing what I can with what we've got. I don't even have a full construction bay yet.
Understood. Higaran Command. This is the Karkushan. Initiating comms. Link Beta,
Ooh,
Beta,
look at this
Iota
game.
2-0.
Acknowledged. Comms locked. Gamma Beta Omega 2-4. Proceed.
Secure comms established. Kushan proceeding to Resource Storage Area Alpha. Sensors Manager online. I will monitor sensor data and manage all mission objectives. Move the mothership into the designated area to begin testing.
Advance.
Cycle all weapon batteries.
Flight maneuvers engaged. Engine capacity ramping to maximum.
Propulsion operating within specs. Even at ammo, check that box, it's good.
Confirmed. Positional tracking verified.
Karkushan Higara. Area is clear. Resolve your resourcing issues as soon as possible. We need you mission functional.
Karkushan, this is Resource Controller Alpha 12.
RCA-12, Karkushan. Transfer confirmed. Good to have you.
Order the resource controller to begin harvesting operations.
Controller inbound.
CIC, we are live updating with obstacle alerts. Pushing to flight.
Ops.
Collectors in position. Resource collection in progress.
Engineering. Monitor disassembler array harmonics.
Monitoring. Any update on our absent production module?
Waiting on a solve from Higaran Command.
Yeah, working on
A
it.
second to know.
Mating successful, but we've got no flow-through fleet.
Copy engineering. I have code agents in your system. There's some sort of back pressure pre-storage. My boards now show full flow to fabricators.
Wait. I got it. Thanks, Command.
Nice work, engineering.
Higara Command. Resourcing issues resolved. Permission to test combat systems.
Granted. Recommend testing both combat production and command.
Drones will conduct simulated attack runs on the mothership. Set the mothership's stance to aggressive. This will activate the Kar Kushan's defense turrets and begin the test.
Nice little animations.
The mothership is under simulated fire. Hull defense guns are active and engaging targets.
Telemetry looks good, Intel.
Mothership hull turrets calibrated. Objective complete.
RU's flowing to support fabricators. Strike craft production is optimal as it's gonna be until we get a full capacity production module.
Bring our recon squadron to full strength. Prepare to engage target drones.
Team 7, there's a reverse manifold installation and resource transfer conduit 136. You've got 30 seconds before I start thinking about whose fault that was.
Research complete.
Combat telemetry. Stand by to receive data.
Telemetry standing by. Recon production complete.
Ready to copy.
Build recon fighters to engage the target drones.
Are there any resources? I don't think there are.
Recon production complete.
Target drones have been positioned ahead. Engage with the recon fighters. Let's do this by the books. Nothing fancy.
Recon here. Ready.
Objective complete.
Send message.
Okay, let's see if we can bring our birds home. Dock strike craft.
Auto land guidance implemented. Landing bay 1 and 2 now cleared.
Rolling in for SO. What's the word, lead?
Karkashan copies. Adding you to our net. Okay, check screens and readjust.
Mothership B2. Recon on approach.
Hangar teams report successful docking operations. All tests complete. Mission accomplished. Higara Karkushan, the mothership is continuing.
Karkushan, this is Higara Command Actual. There is a situational update.
Intelligence Officer Paktu.
Sir?
Consider this briefing to be under the Sunrise on Carrick protocols. There will be no more communication from Higara, and you are to remain silent until mission completion.
Acknowledged.
We are in the middle of an unfolding crisis. No matter what you may have heard, I assure you, it's worse. The following events occurred simultaneously, across multiple major systems, adjacent to the anomaly region.
Sands and sinners.
We don't really know what happened to Karen and her fleet. Just that they disappeared, and the anomaly stopped spreading. Until now. We believe these events were deliberate attacks, and that they and the anomaly are linked.
Hyperspace has been weaponized.
Every simulation we've run results in the total collapse of galactic civilization.
This must be stopped. First, we need you to access Facility 315, where a prototype production module and supplies are in storage.
We have traced the gate power flow to the Noctua 27 system, which appears to be the focus of the anomaly.
You will make best speed to the Noctua 27 system. Is that understood?
Understood.
Until the protocols are lifted, nowhere is safe.
Are you certain?
Admiral out.
Sir. Confirmed, Higara.
Sitchinsaw, are you sure this is the optimal path? This ship is not ready. I'm not prepared.
Imogen, the galaxy is not the laboratory. Karen knew this, and it allowed her to succeed where other Sejets might have failed.
I'm not Lady Karen.
You must see in yourself what countless others do. My precious granddaughter.
Can you get us there?
Yes. Generating initial nav equations now. Hyperspace jump protocols initiated. Lowering damping fins. Funneling navigation construct to course. Course, spooling to speed. All hands, prepare for hyperspace jump. On my mark. 3, 2, 1. Mark. I don't... this isn't... Where am I? Intel, this is Fleet Command. Please come in. Does anyone read me? Sam sensors, how did I get here? Open the door.
Storage facility 315.
Your vitals are spiking, Command. Are you still mission capable?
The jump, it wasn't what I anticipated. But the equation balanced out.
You have that right. Was by the numbers.
Numbers never lie. Hyperspace complete. Real space coordinates acquired.
Okay. Why don't we stop it there for now? This is meowmurai, and you've been watching Homeworld 3 running on PC. Yeah, I mean, so far, we just went through the tutorial. That takes about 40 minutes. Thankfully, the controls are pretty intuitive. Once you get a lay of the land and where all the UI elements are, I think it's actually pretty easy to play. It's a little bit different dealing with things in 3D space. Most RTS games kind of boil down to 2D maps and 2D strategy, but this one really is 3D. So you can send your units too far on the Z-axis if you're not careful, or you can use the game's facilities to kind of help you along and guide your way through navigating. The visuals are really good, and the story so far is really good. Everything is like a very high production level, and this is not a high budget game, not really backed by a high budget publisher either. So it'll be interesting to see if this catches on. If people are still interested in an RTS game like this. Hopefully they are, because I think they've done a really good job here. So yeah, definitely check it out. Obviously it's going to be on PC. I don't know if there's any console plans. I think it kind of would be challenging to make this a console game. But they made Stellaris into a console game, so I guess it's anything's possible. So far the story's interesting. I don't know anything about the other stories or any of the continuity, but so far I'm pleasantly surprised at how good it is, and definitely scratches that sci-fi itch if you're looking for something that's grand and epic and a bit more Western sci-fi. We have a lot of Japanese sci-fi, Eastern style sci-fi, but nothing really that traditional in the Western or European sci-fi. So it's nice to see it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream, and we'll be playing this pretty much every day, and hopefully I won't embarrass myself too much.